I've just learned to do everything messy. All right, so let me share my screen here. And welcome to From Course to Creator. So when I say course, because I know that some of you are network marketers or have something else other than a digital marketing course, buy this digital marketing course. You'll learn how to make X number of dollars working 2 hours a day. You don't need Wi-Fi. All you need is a cell phone or all you need is cell phone and Wi-Fi, whatever it is. Hi, Lorraine. What a breakthrough you had today. I'm so excited for the Q&As. So whatever it is that you're offering, okay, we are all here because we all have an online business, okay? And what we want to do is stop collecting those courses, stop spinning our wheels trying to figure out how on earth we are going to get the business, because there's a better way than social media. Okay. And some of you have already mentioned to me, either on this call or in private messages, that social media is not really your thing. Some of you can't even be on social media and show your face right now because you have a 9 to 5. Some of you may be hidden right now on this call because you're at a 9 to 5. And we want to make you visible regardless of where you are in your business, and be able to get that customer without that chase. Okay. You still have to do social media. I'm sorry to break the news to you. You still have to do it, but just a little bit and in a different way. Okay. So what I specialize in is the branding. Okay. What a real personal brand actually is. And it's not that product. Okay. And how to build an offer that works while you sleep so that you're not constantly being tied to social media. So I want to ask you guys, and I don't have the chat up. I will see if I can pull it up at the same time. But I'll read the answers later. Let me ask you and type it in the comments. I want to know how long you've been trying to make money online. If it's been 6 months, a year, 3 years, and how many courses or products you have already purchased. I know for me, it's well over 15. Okay. They're not all big courses. Some are $5, $10, $15, $47, but they're still courses. Okay. And I love this line. Some of us have enough courses to qualify for an MBA in digital marketing. That would be me. Okay. And even with an MBA, people are not making the 6 figures with that kind of background and education. So, what have you built from what you have? What have you learned from what you've purchased? And are you promoting in a way that feels good to you? Now, some of us just got off of a call earlier today. We were talking about being aligned to the modality, if you will, of how to post. So if TikTok's not your thing, if Facebook's not your thing, if social media isn't your thing, that's okay. There's not a right and a wrong. It's what feels good to you and what you can make work. Okay. The hamster wheel that nobody warned you about. Can you guys see the whole thing, or are you in the way? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the whole page.
Yeah, I can see the whole page, Alyssa.
Okay. Because I see you guys on the side here. So the hamster wheel that nobody warned you about when you purchased something and you started going online. They tell you that you buy, you learn, you post, you promote. And the reality is you get frustrated because it doesn't work. Okay. The more you post, the more reels you make, the more you go live, the more frustrated you feel. And you get overwhelmed, you get burned out. Following a script is not made for everybody, and it doesn't work. We have to be us. We have to show who we are. Okay. And it's scary when you push that little red button. It doesn't matter who you are, even the 7-figure earners, they push that red button and they start to freeze up sometimes, and they do take after take after take after take. And then we edit, and that's okay. Okay. But posting online and building a business are not the same thing. So we're going to build a business here. Are we all good? Thumbs up. Okay. This is for you if you are burned out from posting every day, or if you don't want to post every day, if selling someone else's product with no real success is where you've been and you're done. You are done selling somebody else's product. You want to build your own product. Okay. And there is a way to build your own product that still promotes somebody else's product, but that doesn't have to be the front runner. And that's where the branding comes in. And Carla, I'm going to talk about branding a little bit later in the Q&A with you because I know that you want that aspect as well. The closer to frustrated than funded that you are right now, this is for you. And if you're ready for your actual breakthrough, this is for you. This is not for you if you think that I can just give you a strategy and you're just going, yeah, I'm not going to do it. Right? If that's you, it's not going to work. If you're willing to try something new, it will work. Okay, so drop in the comments. Would you rather stay stuck, or are you here for change? If you're here for change, drop the word brand me, because that's what I like to do. I like to brand you. All right, Laurie knows. We've gone through our branding with Laurie, and we're still not off the ground yet. She's had a lot going on though. Okay, so those of you who don't know me, my name is Elisa Jarrett. I go by the Badass Business Coach. I coined that term about a year ago. I really embraced it. It was really hard because that's a really harsh word. And it was really hard for me to embrace it because I'm like, am I a badass? And back then I wasn't having 4-figure months. I wasn't having 5 figures, here and there. I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. But I stepped into my badass and I became the Badass Business Coach. And there are some people that don't even know my real name. Okay. I was not always this way. I walked around. I still remember being a little girl walking into the same restaurant every single Saturday with the same exact people that my grandparents were at breakfast with. My mom was with me, and I'd walk behind her. I'd have like my head hidden. I put tape over my mouth one day. I was like, because I did not want to talk to people. I played small for so long, and I had to step into my big girl panties. So here I am. I'm your Badass Business Coach, and I'm ready to help you build a badass business. So what are people actually buying? I want you to think about it like this. If everybody was selling the exact same thing, if you're in a business and you've got 30,000, this shows 10,000. I came from a company where there was 30,000 consultants. We sold the exact same thing. If we all did it the same way and we did not have anything different from one another, they would not have been like, oh, well, I want to work with you, or I want to work with you. It's like whoever the first person is that they saw, they're like, oh, okay, you got what I want, right? But when we branded ourselves and we really had a message that stood out and a personality that aligned with the people in that business, then they kept coming back to us. Otherwise, they would go, oh, that didn't work. I'm going to the next one. Are y'all following what I'm putting down here? Okay. You want to have your perspective, your message, your story, and your solution show through in your content so that your USP, your unique selling position, is what people come to you for. They start seeing that. They start seeing that boldness. They start seeing that brand. Okay, not everybody has the same personality as me. You do not have to be like me on camera. That is completely okay because I don't know that the world can handle, I know my family cannot handle 2 of me. Okay. So you do not have to be me, but step into who you are. And that is what we talk about in my branding course. We really get to the nitty gritty as to who you are, what you stand for, what you want your message to be, and what solution you're going to provide for them. Because a lot of people provide a solution of, oh, well, we have a group of 10,000 people and you're going to go in there and they're going to help you. No, No, we want to attract people that want to work with us. We have to be somewhat available for them. Now, what I offer to my clients is if you have people that need my services and you're my client, they're welcome to my school community to work with me for free. And then, moving up the ladder. So we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So their brand versus your brand. The company's brand has their brand words. Now I'm going to get back. I'm going to go into my other presentation real quick here. If I said I'm loving it, do y'all know who I'm talking about? You don't know who I'm talking about? If I said I'm loving it.
McDonald's?
Yes. Yes. If I said eat fresh, I'm a foodie. I'm a fast food foodie. Okay. Eat fresh. That's Subway. My kids and I used to do this little thing when they were little. We would give a slogan and then they would say a different name. It was like eat fresh, Arby's, or where's the beef, McDonald's, and branding has just been something that's in me. So if you're branding your product, now, Carla, I don't know what you sell. I know I don't remember. You want to open up?
I'm really into holistic. So there's a couple of
Okay.
different products, but it's everything holistic, basically.
So
Everything
I don't
always falls under that.
I don't know the lingo. Um,
Holistic, basically all natural. Anything
right.
that's organic, not
No, I get all of that. I'm talking like the brand's logo or the brand's brand words. Okay. So for instance, and I have another client, she didn't make it on here. She does what you do somewhat. You guys, I want to partner you guys together to connect and help one another. But for the digital marketing products, you hear all the time, like $900 base, 2-hour work days, work from home, work, automated system, work in your sleep, make money in your sleep, all these words. That's branding a product. That's not branding who you are. So you want words that are branded to you. So my brand words, badass, bold, um, oh my God, I'm like brain dead right now. It's been a long day. I can't think of the others. But when you see my palm tree, I don't live at the beach. I live in Colorado. I'm actually going camping in the mountains this weekend. But people are like, wait, you don't live in Florida? No. One day, Georgia, I will be living in Florida. Okay, so your message and your positioning, your audience, your email list, your offer, everything needs to have your brand straight across it so that they know who you are. When you're driving down the highway and you see the golden arches, you know there's McDonald's over there. If you see that little hat, you know that there's an Arby's over there. Okay, you want to be that online so it gets to the point. Carla, you're going to love this. It gets to the point where you don't have to do too much content. You can post something that is in your brand colors with your brand logo or mascot, so to speak. And people are instantly going to recognize you. And then you have a 7-second reel that has words on it. Boom, bam, done, and you just have to do a little bit of engaging. Okay. But that's how you want people to recognize you. So some people, I don't think I have any here right now, but for those that are, what do I even sell? I've been selling a digital marketing course. I've bought all these digital marketing courses. Or you have products, Carla. You have holistic natural wellness items. What could you even really offer that could be yours? Okay. For some people, maybe it's being great at budgeting. Do a budget workshop. You've lost 50 pounds. Do an accountability program. I could use that right now to losing weight. If you know Canva or CapCut or any of those kind of products, you can create an intensive that teaches how to use those. Raymond has a community. You can build a community where you can educate people. So you guys get the idea of what I'm saying on this screen. I want you to think of it like this. On top of the products that you're selling, the digital marketing product, the holistic products, the coaching that Raymond's doing with the See Without Using Your Eyes, you can develop a program of your own to get them into coaching with you. You can charge your own amount, and then you can sell those products on the back end as well. And now you're adding to that income. So if you had, and it's all about getting in the right stages. I think we're gonna talk about that in a bit. If you had 5 people at $1,000 per person, and that's for you working with them, and what could it look like? It could be a 6-week program. It could be a 5-day intensive, like I love to do. I get a lot done in 5 days. My people have that transformation by day 5, and they're ready to go. $5,000 from one offer with 5 people for 1 week or 5 days of training. I think that's pretty good. And then you can add your other offers to that. Okay. So here you go, Carla. This is what you came for. Your audience is not only on social media. Okay. It is not the only traffic source. I started years ago, 2018, I started on Facebook, and then I bought this digital marketing product, and they said, go to TikTok. And I do not like TikTok. It is not me. It is my kids, my stepkids. They're in the kitchen doing the dances, recording themselves. I'm like, oh my Lord, no. I do TikTok right now. Sometimes I have fun with it. I'm not regular on it. I'm regular on Facebook because that's where my people are. But when you know where your people are, they'll come to you when they start seeing the posts that are written and designed to attract them, because you know how to tell them what their problem is, whether they know it or not. You learn the skills to tell them, these are your problems. I have your solution. That's what a post is meant to do. That's it. Okay. There's other places as well. If you're knowledgeable and you want to get on podcasts, you can be a guest speaker. You can be a guest speaker in somebody else's community. Carla, which is why I want to introduce you to a couple of people I know that are in that space. And then you borrow their audience. You're not on social media. You can get in summits. You can get in bundles. You can go, I just had communities, strategic collaborations and partnerships with the right people, guest teaching in other people's groups. So that's how you borrow an audience, and you do this without social media. I am going to say you still need a little bit of social media though, till you're making that kind of money, right? So from course to creator, the pathway to an online business that's actually you and not somebody else's. What do you know? What do you believe? What do you bring to the table? What is your story, your expertise, and your perspective on everything? We take that and then we find who needs what you have to offer. I went through a divorce in 2015. Nobody ever expected that to happen. I think the entire city was shocked. And within weeks, months, and a year later, my friends were getting divorced, and they were knocking on my door, and they were saying, how did you do it? I didn't let it stop me. I always say that I got divorced, and I got, how do I say it? I can't even think. I started a new job and got divorced the same day, because essentially I did. My husband and I split on a Friday. I started my new job on a Monday. I went to my boss, told my boss, what time is lunch? Because I have a 1 o'clock appointment with an attorney. I'm filing for divorce. And she was like, whoa, what? As I'm crying. Okay. But I figured it out, and I didn't let it stop me at all. And I still have that job 11 years later. Thank you very much. So you can do hard things during hard times. And I could teach people, as I did with the people that came to me. If I wanted to build a business around that, I could. So what is your strength? What are your stories? What are your experiences? So use that as inspiration. How do you make them recognize you're the one for them? we use bold beat words. Those are your term, not your industry's terms, not the product's terms. They're the terms around you, and that's when you're branded and you can bounce from whatever product you want to sell, whatever course you want to offer, whatever coaching you want to offer. They recognize you, not that product. Okay, if that makes sense. Thumbs up. All right. So then you want to build the offer, what you can help them accomplish with a price that is confidently priced for starting out, and then as you're scaling, and then you just build a system. There's a full system around it. And that's what I get to help you do. It comes with the emails, the funnel, the content, the community, like the whole thing. When I was shown this last year in February, I was one of the pioneers that started the course trainings and kind of let it go for a little while, and full circle, I'm back and I'm here to show you how to build this full business. So I don't want you leaving here tonight just with more information. I want you to build something. I want you to feel inspired. I want you to see that you have something other than a product to sell. Okay, a transformation that you can give somebody. So introducing the course to creator, I will say this will be my first full session of it, season, that's the word, season of from course to creator. So you guys are in the right place at the right time, because this is an incredible offer for you guys today. Okay, we are going to build your message, your audience with clarity, build your brand. We'll have your offer mapped out and priced. We'll show you the paths of finding your customers and what your full ecosystem can look like. From your freebies, again, and I'm trying something really cool, Carla, that I have not launched yet, but when I see that it works, then I will be launching that. You don't even have to be on social media at all. Okay. So there's, I don't even know what that says. I'm not even going to read that. The way that I do things is a 5-day intensive. I open things up on a Sunday. You go through the work. You come to a live Q&A on a Monday. I open up the next day on Monday. Then we come back on Tuesday, so forth and so on, so that you understand the full system by Friday. And then in this one, we are taking 5 weeks. We only took 3 extra weeks in the last intensive that I did, and the full brand was built in that amount of time. It was crazy the way that everybody saw their brand, they knew their brand. But here we're going to build the branded course that, business, whatever your business looks like for you. And you get daily Voxer access. If you don't know what Voxer is, it is an app. It works like a walkie-talkie, where you can talk into it and I can hear what you're saying, or you can just text and you get daily access to me, which is huge, because if you're working on something, you don't have to wait till the next Q&A call. I know I'm not going to answer you at 2:00 in the morning unless I'm awake, which happens sometimes. But if I see it pop up and I'm not in the middle of something and I can answer you, I will answer you in real time. And that proximity is worth so much. Okay. We will do live mapping, offer mapping sessions. You'll have an audience finder, the badass brand and message AI prompt pack, that I'm going to give you out of my other intensive, because it's important that those of you in here have that as well. I think that is it. So all of this, I'm going to drop in the link to the website. It is on sale. It is normally $19.97. Oh, look, I didn't even change this. This is how messy we do things here. Okay. We don't even put links into our presentation. All right. So let me stop share. And And okay, I'm going to read the 5 or more years, cannot remember the number of courses. I hear you, Raymond. I hear you. 2 years, too many to count. Lorraine, did she pop off? She popped off. Um, Lorraine just had a huge breakthrough today. It was so good. All right, so let me grab that link for you guys. I'm going to answer questions. Let me pause the recording so that it'll